So if you've ever wondered what to get a runner for gifts, or if you are a runner yourself and you need some recommendations for what to tell someone else to get you, this is part 2 of my video series on what kind of gift to give a runner. After watching this video, you can hit the link down below, head over to part 1 and see 10 more gift recommendations. Wrinkled Runner here, and this is part 2 of what to give a runner. So stay tuned. So if you're the runner or you have a loved one who is a runner and you like any of the recommendations that I give today, you can hit the links down below and go directly to what I've been talking about, or you can also go over to the blog post and see all the recommendations that I have for this year for gifting the runner. So let's get started. So something that you may not think about if you're not a runner is we like to log and track the things that we do, the trainings that we use, the mileage that we do, the paces, even how many miles that we have on a particular shoe, because after about 500 miles, and sometimes even less, we need to change out our shoes and get new ones. So a running journal is a way to track that, and there are lots of them available. You can go on Etsy, you can just Google running journals. I also link to one down below. The whole reason I started my blog is to track my training so I can go back and look at the different things that I was learning about while I was training for my first marathon, to go back and look at the mileages that I had, some of the issues that I had with nutrition and things like that. So a running journal, people can write down all of that stuff and have it available so that they can also look back in their history and find out maybe some things that they don't even think about or forgotten, that it jogs the memory of, hey, this does not work for you, or this was great, you had this for breakfast this day and you were able to run really fast, and all those kinds of those little things that sometimes we forget and we like to keep track of. Something that's also really important for the runner is to stay hydrated. And even in the winter, which it is here in Buffalo, if I'm going on a longer run, I do like to take my hydration belt with me, because I still will get dehydrated a little bit. My mouth can get dry and my lips can get really chapped, especially on a run. And so I do like to stay hydrated. And so there's a hydration belt, which would be a great gift. It also comes with a pouch, so you can put in your phone or change or an identification card, anything that you may need to take with you on the run. So in the last video, I talked about a good sports bra for your runner. Something for the guys is there's this thing called Squirrel Nut Butter, and I've not used it, but I have heard from many men that it is something that they can use to prevent chafing in their sensitive areas, and you could also use it in any area actually that you are chafing, but because of the name, there are certain areas that men have that women don't, that can get chafed and sore, and that seems to do the trick with helping them to alleviate that issue. So just like a hydration belt in the winter, which some people may not think about, sunglasses also all year round is something that we runners like to have. And there are obviously many on the market. There are some specifically for sports, and they can be polarized, and that's really good for the sun. And even in the winter time, you can get too much sun or it can shine in your eyes and cause a problem. Also, that goes along with that is when we run, the sweat can make the glasses slide down, which is really annoying, like so annoying. I hate it so much. So I've got straps, and I can strap the thing right up against my head so that those suckers aren't moving. If you run by yourself, then headphones are something that you can take along with you to make the time go by faster. I like to listen to podcasts about running on my runs, and so a good set of headphones is another great gift for runners. Now they have the bone conduction ones that sit over here, so they're not actually on your ear, so you can still be aware of all the things around you, cars, traffic, crossing the street. Sometimes if you're wearing headphones and you're listening to music really loudly, or you're lost in a podcast and listening to what they have to say, you can kind of not be paying as much attention as you think you are, and start across the street and not even realize that the light's about to turn green, or that a car's coming, or that even a biker could be coming. So having something like the new bone and conduction ones, where you are still very aware and your ears aren't covered, is a good safety thing. And so that I'm actually looking into getting some of those for myself. So here in Buffalo, when we run, people are not as great at shoveling snow as they should be, and so sometimes when you're running along, it can just be you're just running on ice and you're running on snow. And yak tracks are a thing that you can strap onto your sneakers, and they have tiny little not cleats, but they're little jaggedy things that will grip onto the snow and hang on for you as you're going for your run. I know from running last winter, if you hit a patch of ice, and you're just going to go down. And if you're trying for a pace, if you're training, like I'm doing my marathon training, half of it is in the winter time. So you're looking at paces and you're wanting to get to a certain pace, and that can be difficult if it's you're running along and you hit a patch of ice, or there's a lot of snow and you're trying to be careful. And so that the last thing you're thinking about is your actual training. You're just trying to stay upright. So yak tracks is a thing that a lot of runners recommend, that can strap right onto the bottom of your sneakers and help you grip. So for those of us living in the States, it gets dark really early. Here it gets dark about 4:45, and won't start to get light again until the new year. So whether you're running in the morning or you're running in the evening, you should have a light on. I have an armband, and it can either be a single light or it can be a flashing light, and I like to use it on the flasher so that cars are aware of you. A lot of running clothes are dark, and some of them aren't as reflexive as they should be. And so if you're running in the dark at all, you should have some kind of light on. They have vests that have lights on them. Some runners wear a headlamp. Mine's an armband. There are different ways to make you much more visible for people who are driving and aren't expecting to see pedestrians in the dead of winter. If you're like me, I hate the treadmill, I hate the treadmill, I hate the treadmill. And so I will run outside basically no matter what. And so a lot of times if it's snowing and it's dark and the wind's going or whatever, people aren't expecting to see me running. And so I have to make myself as visible as possible. So a light, some kind of light, is a great gift for a runner. About 6 months ago, I had plantar fasciitis, and that is a very painful condition, and it's on the bottom of your foot, and my arch was killing me, and it was very, very difficult to go out onto a run. And so I bought a pack of balls, and they have different sizes and different hardnesses and things like that for any kind of issue you might be having. And I would rub the bottom of my foot just like on top of the ball to kind of alleviate the pain. And that can be something that if you have a runner who is experiencing any kind of foot issues, even just to massage it after a run feels really good. You're able to get in there, and these balls are made just for using them on your foot. You can also use a tennis ball. You can also use other things as well. But these foot massagers are made especially for issues like the plantar fasciitis. And even though it's for something painful, it also would be a really good gift. And then finally, especially after a marathon or a longer run, we like to get off of our feet. And after my marathon, I had my husband bring me some slides so that I could just slide right into them and get those sneakers off. And they have recovery sandals made just for that. And if you hit the link below, you'll go to OOFOS, or OOFOS, OOFOS, and those are recovery sandals, and they feel really good on your feet. They help if you have shin splints or lower leg pain, and if you just put those on and kind of walk around in those, and then your toes are free, and it just feels really good to get out of your sneakers sometimes and have some recovery sandals on. So that would also be a great gift for a runner, or something that you might want to think about to gift yourself. So those are all my recommendations for what to gift a runner. If you have any ideas or you have things that you would like to see, then please comment down below, because I'm always looking for other things too to either recommend or to get for myself as I run and as I train. So if you have any questions about any of my recommendations or about running in general, running if you're an over 50 years old, that I can answer, then please comment down below, or you can email me at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com, and I will put that down below. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a video. I usually put one out once a week on Wednesdays. There's also a link that you can hit down below to the website, and you can go over there and sign up for my emails. Once a month I send out a newsletter all about running and all about the posts and YouTube videos and different things that I've put out there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the run.